Queen of the Place to Be Reviews right here with all of yous. Let me first say that we at the channel are hoping you and yours have a wonderful holiday season. Merry Christmas. And for the next couple days,
you use up all the glue.
We're going to be focusing on entertainment that's centered around Christmas. Until next week, when I come back with some more live streams and the regular programming.
No, shoot your eye out.
Let's enjoy ETEP's holiday favorites.
I won't let all this commercialism ruin my Christmas.
So sit back, relax.
Ho, ho.
Make a fire if you want. I made that.
Ho, ho.
And enjoy. Merry Christmas.
Hallelujah! Holy shit!
Hans Gruber, take it away.
Now I have a machine gun. Ho, ho, ho.
So I know I've mentioned before that Seinfeld is my favorite television show of all time, and I've written psychology papers about it. I just don't get to do that many videos about it, and this gives me an opportunity to talk about my favorite episode of all time, The Strike, or the Festivus episode, as it were. Although most people recognize the holiday of Festivus as being celebrated on December 23rd because Frank wanted to, quote, get a leg up on Christmas.
Where's your Christmas spirit? An eye for an eye!
To mark the occasion, an aluminum pole is set up in the living room or backyard.
Have you seen the pole, Cougar?
No, he doesn't need to see the pole.
He's going to see it.
The Festivus pole, which requires no decoration, according to Frank.
No, instead there's a pole. Requires no decoration. I find tinsel distracting.
After a Festivus meal, celebrants must air their grievances with each other.
The tradition of Festivus begins with the airing of grievances.
And engage in feats of strength like wrestling.
And now, as Festivus rolls on, we come to the feats of strength.
Now, while most people know Festivus from Seinfeld, the origin of the holiday in reality goes back much further to a history tied to a family member of one of the show's staff.
It's a Festivus miracle!
Writer Dan O'Keefe's father invented the holiday when O'Keefe was about 8 years old. He grew up celebrating Festivus, complete with the aforementioned feats of strength and airing of grievances.
I got a lot of problems with you people. Now, you're going to hear about it.
But the pole was an addition invented by the show, and O'Keefe said in an interview he didn't really want to include his family secrets on TV, but when some of the writers found out about Festivus, they forced him to work it into an episode and share its brilliant weirdness with the world. When O'Keefe agreed,
it's a Festivus miracle!
Including both traditions as the holiday's tagline, a Festivus for the rest of us.
A Festivus for the rest of us!
O'Keefe explained it in an interview with the Washington Post, referring initially to those remaining after the death of my father's mother, and then coming to mean, in general, a forward-looking focus on life and living, i.e., let the dead bury the dead. So that's how the Festivus came to be. Now, George handles Festivus much differently than O'Keefe did.
You happy now?
The Strike episode of Seinfeld had some of the best subplots of any episode in the show's run. You had Kevin McDonald as the denim vest. You had the very beautiful Karen Feynman playing Gwen, a.k.a. the Two-Face, which George hysterically pointed out to Jerry.
She's a Two-Face.
Like the Batman villain?
If that helps you.
And the late great Daniel Von Bargen, who could forget him as Mr. Kruger, George's boss at Kruger Industrial Smoothing.
I find your belief system fascinating.
I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the fact that Kramer comes back from a 12-year strike to go back to work at H&H Bagel to make some extra money over the holidays.
The strike's been settled. I'm going back to work.
When questioned by Jerry why he didn't tell him he was laid off from work, Kramer answers in the fashion that only Kramer could answer in.
Well, Jerry, I didn't want you to know I was out of work. It's embarrassing.
Remember that fake charity that George invented to get out of giving his coworkers Christmas presents at Kruger Industrial Smoothing? What was it called?
The Human Fund. Money for people.
Keeping in pace with the rest of the show, all George's tricks come back to bite him in the arse at the end of the show. Happy Festivus, everybody.
Be sensible.
Stop crying and fight your father.
Ow! Ow! It's a Festivus miracle!